2019 will be the last year of the internet as we know it. 5G lands in 2020 and this is going to be transformational for the world we live in. So before we look to the future, let's look to the past. And the way the G's have panned out is every second G has been transformational. So 1G gave us the mobile phone. We could make and receive calls on mobile devices. 2G moved this from analog to digital. So it increased the functionality. We can now make secure calls. 3G is when we got smartphones, when we got the internet in these devices. And the world we live in today is literally, is a product of the 3G iteration of the internet. 4G improved speed by 10x. So rather than be transformational, this really released pent-up functionality. Things that we were struggling to do on our 3G phones, look at images, look at videos, transact, we could now do with ease. And that's brought us to where we are today. So the last 10 years has really been built on the 3G internet. We're about to go to the 5G internet. So what's the difference, I hear you say? Well, first of all, it's speed, okay? Internet speed is going to be up to 200 times faster. So our little imaginations can only begin to fathom the impact this will have on how the internet works. So very much the 5G internet is going to be about smart devices. There are already more smart devices in the world than there are people. 5G will give these devices power to really optimize our lives in a way we can barely imagine now. So what does smart mean? So smart means connected to the internet, and smart means artificial intelligence enabled. So there's two things AI loves. It loves speed, and it's going to get it, and it loves data. So the more devices that are orbiting us, the larger our smart devices ecosystem, the more data has been gathered on us, and the better decisions these algorithms can make to improve our lives. So let's give an example. So I'm kind of dreaming here, but let's do it anyway. So some of the smart devices that orbit me are, obviously I have a smartphone. I have a smart watch. This tracks my swimming activity, my walking activity, any other training I do. And I just recently received my Tanita smart scales. So this actually tracks my body fat, my body muscle. It can give me things like my metabolic age, which is really interesting as well. So consider this ecosystem of smart devices I'm living in now. So if I go to the swimming pool, turn it on, have my swim, at the end of that, this can tell me how many calories I burned, how far I went. I can then go and stand on my smart scales, and that can start seeing if, after a number of weeks of swimming, the composition of my body is changing. Is my body fat decreasing? Is my body muscle increasing? So what we can see here is, I believe the selfie generation, this generation of people, myself included, who've been spending a lot of time over the last 5 years taking pictures of ourselves, I believe we become the quantified self generation. That behavior evolves into, and the 5G behavior that emerge is this kind of incessantly measuring, monitoring, and optimizing ourselves. So somebody in the quantified self generation might be saying, I'm going to go to the beach, I'm going to go on holidays in 12 weeks. Optimize my body, Garmin. I don't want to be big and buff, I want to be lithe and agile. And you can imagine Garmin via my app putting together an activity plan over the next 12 weeks for me to do. My watch measures the activity, my scales measures the results. The missing link here is my smart fridge, okay? And this is coming. We're already seeing smart fridges. They're just not ordering protein milk from the supermarket yet. But you better believe this is coming. All that life admin, those transactional stuff that we do every week that we feel we shouldn't really need to do, smart devices are going to do these tasks for us. So this asks some really existential questions of marketers, okay? When my smart fridge is ordering my protein milk from the supermarket, okay? How does a marketer market their products to a fridge? Does a fridge care about a TV ad? If we look at traditional marketing in the 4 Ps, does the promotion of the 4 Ps get replaced with the programming of API? And is this the next era of marketing where it's all about APIs, marketing our machine to their machine? And even if you carry this thought forward, so if marketing budgets are no longer flowing towards ad spend to try and make humans feel emotions about homogeneous products, where does a marketing budget flow in a scenario where there's only 2 factors? There's price and there's quality. So you're either going to try and be cheaper than people, or that marketing budget flows into new product development, market research, customer experience. So when the smart fridge goes to order the smart milk, it's ordering from your brand. Fascinating and terrifying in equal measures.